Corey Wright says he was arrested on his 20th birthday, zip-tied to a bench in an overheated room on a summer day, interrogated without access to an attorney, and charged with a crime he didn't commit.
I was frantic. I thought I was going to jail for murder.
According to Wright, he was questioned at Homan Square, a detention facility on the west side of Chicago, for hours. First about a murder case and then about drugs.
I was just pleading like, I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. It's got to be a mistake.
Wright was charged with purchasing 0.4 grams of cocaine from an undercover police officer for $20 and put on house arrest, according to court records.
Well, it was a wake-up call. I think a lot of us make the presumption that life is fair, So with that being said, I just felt like it wasn't fair. I struggled with depression. It was a point where my mom and I had a fallout because it was hard to convince her that I wasn't guilty.
A judge agreed with him 4 months later, ruling him not guilty.
It's a moral outrage.
This and other cases involving allegations of civil rights abuses at Homan Square caught the attention of Cook County Commissioner Richard Boykin. He's introducing a resolution before the Board of Commissioners asking the U.S. DOJ to include Homan Square into the scope of its investigation into the patterns and practices of the Chicago Police Department. But Eliza Solovier, the executive director of First Defense Legal Aid, says it's not just Homan Square, it's a citywide problem.
More than 99% of their arrestees at every single station are without an attorney for the duration of their detainment.
Meaning less than 1% of people arrested in Chicago in 2013 had a lawyer while in police custody. According to Illinois law, a person is entitled to an attorney within a reasonable time after an arrest.
It means that people are without the protection of the law. Because how can someone access their rights without an advocate and without someone to stand with them?
The Chicago Police Department denies Homan Square or any detention facility is used to violate people's civil rights, sending CNN a fact sheet saying allegations of abuse are not only inaccurate and misleading, but not supported by any facts whatsoever. Corey Wright would argue that his drug charge was not supported by facts. During his bench trial, Wright says the judge asked the female undercover police officer to point to the individual who purchased the 0.4 grams of cocaine from her.
And she pointed to some guy that was just sitting behind my family, and everybody kind of snickered and laughed, and the judge, you could tell he was a little bit upset. He asked for order. And then he asked the lady to, be dismissed, and he's like, I see no reason for me to keep you any longer. You're free to go.
As for the question, will the U.S. DOJ include Homan Square into the scope of its investigation into the patterns and practices of the Chicago Police Department? CNN asked today, and that answer is no.